What's up, you guys, and welcome. I don't know what all that was. Welcome back to this beautiful and abundant channel. I feel like we're a little crooked here. It is Mama Manifests. Okay, that's who I am. If you're new here, hi, hello, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. This is going, I don't know. Okay, here we go. This is going to be your daily energy reading. Okay, no, scratch that. I don't I don't know what's happening here. So you guys, this is all right. I hope some of you are enjoying this energy that's going right now. I feel like I've been laughing for a couple days, and as so many of you know, the energy we've been going through. Hi, kitty cat. This is Francelina the cat that you see. I knew she was going to make an appearance today. And that's a message for some of you. I knew it was going to happen, but cat spirit is with you. But this is going to be an energy reading. If you found your way here, there's probably something in here for you. So, just relax for a second, take a step back, listen, get present. It is not zodiac sign specific or any of that stuff, okay? But yeah, so cat spirit, and I don't even know how to pronounce it because I really identify with the Pleiadian star seeds, but I think it's the Lyrans. They've been coming into my reality quite a bit over the past couple days, and especially with the cat crossing, Francelina crossing, saying hello. She knows I'm talking about her. She's looking at me right now. And then Roberto, which is my dog, also looking at me, at wondering why I'm not talking about him. But now he's happy that I'm talking about him. Anyway, I felt like you guys needed the rundown about the animals here. So yeah, so let's check out what messages. My intention here. Oh my gosh. That's a message coming through because I was not coughing before I started this. Some of you got to say something to somebody. I'm like literally choking on my words right now. Throat chakra. I need to grab some water. Throat chakra. Okay. Let's jump in. Let's see. Yeah, just please make me a clear channel for divine and unconditionally loving energy. Thank you so much. Amen. What do we got for the collective today? What do we got? So, like not taking something so seriously. I feel like some of you heard something, like either you said something, right? Or you are on the receiving end of something where you're there's just kind of like transmute that energy into, okay, Francelina, that's not what we're doing right now. She's clawing at my hair too. A lot of distractions as well. Okay, let's just see what the cards have to say. I feel like they're just kind of bombarding me even before I pull one right now. What do we got going on for you guys? What is going on? Oh, all right. So yeah, so whatever happened, whatever you said or whatever was said to you, how do I put this? It's just a projection, right? It doesn't, none of this has anything to do with you, right? Now, if it hurts you, there's probably something in there. Like, I don't want to say this because we all get hurt and we're all humans, but just think about it. Just, they're saying really don't take it personal. And if you said something and it was kind of like the Knight of Swords in the reverse, sometimes those energies, we have to all forgive ourselves, right? We are on a journey of growth, okay? We're on a journey of growth, and I feel like some of you are just really, and I've been feeling this energy the past couple days, just really thinking about past things that have happened, and it just keeps planting a seed in your consciousness. And the divine is just saying, like, oh, if you only knew how loved and adored you were and how precious you are. Like, some of you really need to hear this message today. And I'm glad you stayed through my cackling in the beginning. And maybe I just needed to share. Maybe that was just the Pleiadians coming through and kind of bringing in some laughter healing. And that's definitely, some of you just need to, I was scrolling TikTok last night, and it was a combination between laughing at trauma, like, not to bypass it, right? We have to feel it, but also at a certain point we can laugh at it, right? And I feel like for so many of you, loving that past version of yourself like you would, okay, so we've talked about this before too, as if it was like you as a teenager, and if you had like a really great, mentor that you looked up to and somebody that you just admired so much, how would you want, like, how would like, how would you speak to the teenager, and how would the teenager want to be spoken to? And that's kind of how they're giving this to me in regards to your own self-care. Stop being so hard on yourself, you guys. Mother yourself and know that you are worthy enough of taking care of yourself, of getting what you need. You're worthy. And I know some of these lessons to bring out what was true, these deep beliefs that we've, Francelina, please stop biting me. I feel like with her being kind of aggressive right now as I'm giving this reading too, I just kind of feel like some of you feel like there have been claws, just whatever happened, right? Like, we're always learning and growing, you guys. And I feel like with Francelina doing that, it's like that's what's been projected in your outward reality, is just constantly feeling beat up and clawed at and all of this stuff. Like, I totally get it. I do. I don't know. I'm petting her now and she seems to be calming down as far as the cat goes. And I feel like that's what some of you, what you're seeking through other people's, through some sort of validation, is actually what you need to give to yourself. It's what you need to give to yourself. Okay, Francelina, I am going to put you down. Please stop attacking my hair. She's still a kitten. So she's learning about all of her stuff. Do we want any more? I know there's a lot going on, Kit Kat. There's a lot going on. Just mother yourself. How can you mother yourself? Like, whew, some of you are just carrying around a lot of shame and a lot of guilt. And it's unnecessary, because you have been trying on this path. You have realized that there are things about life that you would like to change and enhance and all of that. And this is part of that process. It's not always pretty. It's not always like the movies, right? Like, that's a 1 hour and a half, I don't know why I said it like that. Condensed version of a journey. Yes, we see one usual big pitfall, and a lot of the times, based on our starting points on our journey, we go through many of those. We do, and we don't have to manifest that upon ourselves, but if that's what you have went through in the past, let it go, let it flow. We got another one here. Yeah, it's time for you. I felt like this was in reverse showing itself to me. Yeah, you've really, really just haven't taken the time to examine your heart space. Tune into your heart. Some of you really need to focus on some heart chakra frequencies and just really being so much kinder. You have feminine energy around you, really tuning into your feminine. But there's just resentment kind of towards yourself, lack of forgiveness of self. Just all of these things that you're just going through in your head, really being like, am I really that type of person? Y'all, we're all out here doing the best that we can. Everybody always has been. If we really ask ourselves, even if it doesn't appear to somebody else, or we don't perceive it as them doing the best they can, right? That's just a perception. I'm here to tell you the truth. And I'm here to tell you the truth about you. You have been putting in so much effort toward your own personal journey. Why? Why are you being this hard on yourself? And I'm not saying that I understand and have so much compassion for you, because there was once a time when that was what my day consisted of. The past and how I'd handled things in the past and all of that. Let it go. Love yourself. Feel like we're having a big pep talk. What other energies today, you guys? I knew immediately, yeah. The Five of Swords. A lot of inconsistency in relationships for you guys. A lot of feeling like you give more than you receive. And we have to take responsibility for that ourselves instead of pointing the finger outward, right? Looking within and realizing that there was a part of you that was, the Knight of Cups, running around looking for places to fill the cup up with, because deep down, there was still a belief that you weren't worthy of it. That's where we're at right now, you guys. And this has been a lifelong story. And there's just stop it, kitty cat, please. I can feel it too. I can feel how quickly, right? How quickly the voices start to come back in. It's like you'll start to hear some truth of what I'm trying to relate to you. And then like 2 seconds later, if there's a pause, the thoughts immediately come back in. And it feels like you're in some sort of echo chamber that you can't release yourself from, but you can. I'm here to tell you that you can. Make a decision, set the intention first thing when you wake up in the morning. Make a commitment to yourself that, especially if you are an empath, starseed, light worker, you wake up in the morning. If you're doing spiritual work on yourself, you wake up in the morning and you protect yourself by doing some sort of meditation, armoring yourself up for this world, for what you came here to do and what you came here to be, because you deserve it. A lot of power that you guys are channeling through me. Right now we got a lot coming out. Let's see what we got. There's the Five of Swords showing itself to me again. It's weak energy. It's weak energy, and let me get the rest out. It's just so much conflict. Like, I feel like this is what goes on within you, so this is what's manifesting outside of you. And with this 11/11 portal coming up tomorrow, I just feel like we all have the opportunity to step through a different door. Choose your door. Which door do you want to step into? Especially with that Four of Wands coming out. And I'm not like, right, this isn't just something you do once, right? It's taking advantage of the energy on the 11/11 portal. In addition to taking care of your spiritual hygiene every single day. Okay? The sacred clown there. And, being the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords knows her worth, just like the Queen of Wands does. But she is going to give the energy back to herself because she has mastered her intellectual body, right? So we have the Queen of Cups, right? And the Queen of Cups is a feeler and she's an intuitive, but we have to have that balanced with the Queen of Swords. It's about being compassionate with balance for the greatest good of all. It's about not giving more than you receive. It's about, in those moments when you realize it, taking immediate action to get yourself out of that situation, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. It's loving yourself, man. Four of Wands in reverse, the Five of Swords present. With the Five of Swords present, you're never going to feel safe. If their mental chatter is going on and eventually manifesting into your reality, trying to get your attention, you're not going to feel safe and secure, which is the foundation. It's the bedrock, right? It's the foundation of aligning all of our other chakras and ultimately creating the life that we deserve, that we are worthy of, that's on purpose, that's in alignment, that's filled with integrity. Oh. Let go of the need to win. There's nothing to win here. Your only competition is yourself. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. It doesn't matter what anybody else is saying. Based on the people that you meet of my past, there's going to be many different versions that they would say. Now, if I chose to care about what other people think, I could choose one of those realities, right? It's about you allowing yourself to become the best version of yourself. Whew, guys. Giving, look at, I talked about him, the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Giving that back to yourself, believing in a win-win situation, compromise, open-mindedness. You know, there's shadow side to, and light side to each and every single card in the tarot deck. I don't care if it's perceived good or bad. With the Knight of Cups, he can either go around, maybe in reverse, I guess, go around giving his cups away, looking for people to validate him. Or you could use that same energy to love and realize if one of us wins, we all win. All right now? All right. Let's see what I call this, the Pleiadian deck. I tell you that because that every single time, because I can never remember the name of it. It's just not named that. And that's not, I'm not, you know, I don't know. All right. Bear your burdens with love and wisdom, okay? Whenever there's wisdom, that includes some hardcore lessons, right? Hardcore lessons. Saturn's like a very strict father. A very strict father. And that's how we learn it, right? So yes, the wounds have been deep here. It's time to let it go, do what we need to do to heal, take responsibility for it, and integrate it and love it and laugh about it. Bear your burdens with love and laughter. I'm adding to this card. Bear your burdens with love and laughter. Okay? Bear your burdens with love. And I just feel like tuning into the simplicity of life right now. Not doing too much, right? Not doing too much. Taking care of self first and foremost. Realizing value and protecting our own value, right? That's not to say to completely isolate. That's not what I'm saying, because that's no good for anybody. But what I am saying is don't give your energy away just because you're uncomfortable being by yourself for a moment, because it's incredibly imperative to take care of ourselves, right? If we want what we want, we have to have discipline. We have to use our wisdom. Wisdom is about knowing what to do, right? In these choices. And it's the small choices that lead up to the bigger results, okay? All right, we're going to get, what are we doing with this right here? Yeah, the underworld. I just saw the underworld. Things have been seedy and ugly and gross. And it's realizing it ourselves, realizing it other, loving it in ourselves, loving it in other, okay? However that makes sense to you. Wow. Yeah. I mean, you guys are a very profound group of souls, right? And you came here and you have a vow to yourself. You have a vow to the universe to bring in unconditional love to this planet, which for a very long time there hasn't been much of an abundance of. Although I do choose to live in a world abundant with love and joy, I can also acknowledge, I don't want to call it the reality because that's not the reality I choose to live in. What can exist? What can be? It's a very empowered way and balanced way of approaching, right? Because we have to view the world as a beautiful place, okay? Now, we don't have to do anything, but if we do, that's what we believe, that's what we manifest, that's the reality that we live in, that's the timeline that we live in. Okay. If we choose to just believe, I mean, it's knowing. You guys know what I'm saying. I feel like I'm beating this one up. I've said enough. All right. Okay. I can feel it again. Kitty cat, please stop. I know. All right. We're going to get one more shuffle. And then we are going to get a past. Oh, sorry, guys. I hope that didn't mess things up. Let me see. No, we're still there. We have the vessel. You guys have been clearing out your vessel, okay? Our trauma is all the shadow that's around us that takes us away from our wisdom, right? Because we don't have discernment. For applying and with the application of wisdom, we need to have discernment. And while we're going through the process of healing, our world splits in two, but we become a purified vessel. That way we can discern between what is light, what is trauma, okay? And we heal our trauma so we don't misinterpret vibrations, okay? Whew, lots of attachment, right? Like lots of, I feel like, judgment of self from you guys about where you're at and where you should be and how old you are, and you need to do this and you need to do that. And what I invite you to ponder upon is that isn't your idea. I don't think if you tune into the portal of your heart, which was the opening message here, you guys, some of you have pets too that really just need some love, and they'll help you heal your heart space. But tune into your heart and you'll realize that you're in alignment, right? That there's nowhere other than right here that you're supposed to be at. But some of you look at, materialistic things and what, all that stuff. But what you are building and what you are creating is something that no one can take away from you. And it's a foundation that, even though it may take a little bit longer to build something on the foundation of love, it is worth it, because it can withstand any storm that comes its way, because it's powerful from the inside. It's powerful from the inside, right? And the box, we have breaking out of this box of all of those thoughts here. Okay, so becoming aware of them with that Queen of Swords energy, becoming aware of these thoughts. So you're going to have to take time to mother yourself and tune into your heart, because we can only, if we're present, that's the only way we can really observe what our thoughts are. Okay, so we have to be present to observe our thoughts, what they are, right? And as they come down, I definitely do suggest and recommend for some of you to write down the opposite of that thought and have that be your daily affirmation. But just to really gain awareness of what the stories, the deep foundational beliefs and stories that you have been telling yourself that are keeping you inside this box. It's time for you to be liberated. It's time for you to be liberated, and understanding that you're bringing so much beauty into this world. But the poet only, like, we think about poetry and it's a very deep medium of energy, okay? We think about that and what the poet, a lot of, like, think about all the crazy poets, or the poets that lost their mind, or the poets that got, lost in drug addiction. It's because their path, it can be a very dark one, right? It's like a double life. But then finally getting to this place where we transmute that pain individually, and then within our work, it turns into beauty, and ultimately it's been transmuted and healed. And by us doing our part, doing that, then it gives other people the permission, the idea, the inspiration to do theirs. And that's ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, what we came here to do. This has been a profound, deep, and beautiful message. I want you to remember that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You are loved. I love you so much. And I am proud of you. I am proud of you doing this work right now. We live in a very dense, this place can be a very dense experience. See, even Queen of Swords, that thought. I wasn't going to put myself in a box of, my reality being a dense reality. Acknowledging that we have been fighting and clawing our way out of a dense reality, and loving ourselves accordingly based on our own courage, bravery, and badassery. I can't believe I just said that. I gotta go do something. You go do something for you. You deserve it, my friend. I love you so much. Namaste and God bless.